And we are live. Welcome to Redbird Redzone podcast. My name is Will. You can follow me on Twitter at LiveOnThatSwing. Joining me today, I've got my two lovely hosts back at it again. Why don't you two introduce yourselves?
What's up, y'all? It is Jackie. You can find me on Twitter at JSanDiego. That is with two O's unless you're watching me on Twitter. Back at it again. We got the full lineup this week. Go ahead and introduce yourself, homie.
Return of the Mac.
Yeah, if you forgot who I was, I'm Mac, back from a little paternity leave. Thank you guys for all the well wishes and everything. Special shout out to Jackie for hooking the little girl, my little daughter, up with some goodies. We appreciate that. Thank you. Shout out to Will for being there spiritually for us. I appreciate that. Love you guys. But unfortunately, we got to talk about this Cardinals beatdown against the Commanders. Kliff Kingsbury led and Jaden Daniels, ASU alum. Heartbreaking, but we got San Francisco, so we can't dwell on it too much. It's a huge game this week, and the 49ers are vulnerable, so let's get right back into it.
I'm rocking a new profile picture because our goats are washed.
Our goats are cooked. For the second week in a row, the Cardinals, shit the bed. They
are we in Springfield, Ohio, or something? They're killing goats and cooking them. What the fuck, Jesus!
They're eating the cat. They're eating the dog.
God, I leave for a month and I come back and our goats are dead. What the fuck, Will?
Listen, I had to ditch town this weekend because we had a hurricane.
How was that?
Asheville's fucked. I don't have school for another month.
God damn.
There's a donation link in the description if you want to help out with the recovery. It'd be greatly appreciated. But wish I could say that hurricane was the worst thing I saw this weekend. But then I watched Cardinals football. Woo-wee.
Wow.
Hey,
what a stinker.
I had to be there for what, and I'm not to be dramatic. That might be the worst home game I've ever been to, as far as like the disparity between the crowd, like our fans and their fans, and then just how demoralizing it was to just come out so. There was. And this is my thing.
I knew Detroit was fucking horrible. That Detroit game, there's fucking fans galore. But Washington,
this is my grievance, is that I lived in the DMV for 3 years. I saw more Josh Allen jerseys, more Lamar Jackson jerseys, more freaking Cowboy fans than Commanders fans. No one gave a shit about the Commanders. So the fact that this sorry ass fan base took over our stadium, and then just for us to bend over and get our asses kicked, and Jaden Daniels is hyping up the fans on the sideline, that fucking sucked. That shit was demoralizing, and that's a game where your ex-head coach comes to town, and you want, for especially Kyler Murray, you want to show that you are better off, your team's better off, that you won the divorce, but just it was fucking embarrassing, and it's embarrassing. I'm going on a rant right now.
Okay, continue.
I was listening to the radio the week prior to the game. And, they were talking about, Kyler Murray's been kind of like avoiding all Kliff conversations, just keeping it very like hush hush, very cryptic, and, that he should be, saying, giving Kliff his flowers and saying nice things. And I'm thinking, well, if he doesn't feel that way about him, he doesn't have to say shit. He doesn't have to bash the guy, but, trying to keep quiet, sure, that's fine. And then on the other side of it, Kliff had very nice things to say about Kyler. So it all just kind of looks bad when, you're hush hush, kind of being petty almost, and you just let this man just dog walk you.
Yeah, I think having an offensive coordinator who was like so deeply familiar with our quarterback's game could not have helped our team in any way.
it should be a benefit with all of our guys having knowledge of Kliff's system. I thought that was going to be a benefit, but I mean,
Well, not all. I mean, you got to figure the people who are left over from Kliff, who are still Cardinals, is very fucking nil.
yeah, I mean they've been emptying out the farm definitely, but
Because at this point, it's what? It's Kyler, it's Connor, it's Beecham, right?
on offense,
Yeah.
Dort,
McBride is here.
McBride barely. I mean,
was Will Hernandez here the last year?
no, he was with. He came in on a with.
No, I thought he was with us,
did
but
he?
he was hurt. Yeah,
I don't
'cause they
remember.
played, I believe he played in like the Mexico game. Nick says this defense looks worse than last year, and they put up a good fight against Detroit. They pitched a shutout during that game, which that's a very good Detroit offense. So kudos to them, but they completely shit the bed last week. 5 touchdowns,
I don't know how.
42 points.
Here's the frustrating thing, and you guys are gonna groan at me. I don't know how much we can actually glean from this game, because I feel like, in terms of what we've seen on the field, this is kind of an anomaly. All things considered, this is like the outlier.
Well, maybe.
So I don't know.
You get the fucking ball ran down your throat against Detroit. You expect a better effort. I think there's a game plan out there to be able to carve up the Cardinals defense. And right now that's through the ground. I mean, you're giving up at least 130 rushing yards in three of the four games, 187 or more in the last 2 games. I mean, just right there, stop the run
Monty
game.
needs
Get play action to death.
Monty needs to hit the fucking phones. I love Monty. I'm still defending Monty, even though the pessimist in me wants to go full hater and say fire Gannon, fire Monty, fire everybody. But I mean, you can't. I mean, if you are looking at the world of trades right now, and you were looking at your Hassan Reddicks, you were looking at, say, Dexter Lawrence in New York, you were looking at Devontae Adams, is a wild card, mid-round first or a second going to help you that much more than getting one of those guys?
I mean, is he really going all out to win this year, Austin Fort? I mean, when he leaves,
motherfucker,
I would for an open salary cap. We have a salary cap available of at least $20 million. Is that right there? Just kind of shows you what the game plan is for this year. I mean, it's not an all-in season in his eyes.
It's not, but I feel like it very well could be the kind of year you build off of. You want to. I mean, you can have a rebuilding season. That doesn't mean anything if you don't have momentum.
And I thought if we have last year, where's that at?
That's
1-3 now.
If we come out with the same amount of wins as we did last year, is that really a net positive? When we all know what this team is fucking capable of.
Let me ask you both: how are you guys feeling about your 12-5 predictions today?
I'm gonna jump off a building. I'm gonna jump off a building.
Serious question. If we end up with the top 5 pick and Kyler is healthy, do we take a quarterback in the draft?
No.
Yeah, I mean, if you're having another top 5 pick, I think you have to. You need at least at this point, if. But
think about this. Think about this realistically. Are we going to spend a fucking top 5 pick on Shadur Sanders? Is that what we're going to fucking do?
Price is the only fucking guy out there. People are going to jump up on the boards anyways. But I've been saying this since last year. You guys can attest to this. When people were like, "Oh, is he going to? Should Kyler come back and play this year?" This is last year we're talking about. Should he even come back and play this year? Or should we, just take the games, get the number 1 pick, and go on from there? And I said from the beginning, he'll be back and playing. Last season's record, albeit bad, but that has really no bearing what Kyler did. But if he comes back this year and he still end up with a top 5 pick, I said that if you play him last year, bring him back. Obviously, you don't trade him or anything, and then you get a top 5 pick. That kind of shows all this coaching staff or this regime needs to see. I mean, now they're going to be entering their 3rd year. Are they going to lay all their cards on on the deck with Kyler. I mean, at this point, he's not running the ball like he should be running. One rush for 3 yards. What the fuck is that about? You know, like at a certain point, we have to have the conversation. Do we need more of a prototypical QB? Because they're trying to play him as a fucking QB who sits in the pocket. That's not who he is. We can't win. We're
if we are
one when he rushes for less than 5 times in a game.
If we are drafting that high, we have 3 people on the table, conceivably. We have Carson Beck. I don't really like Carson Beck, and he's going to go number 1 anyway, so it's kind of irrelevant. We have Milroe from Alabama, and we have Shadur Sanders.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I'm not fucking touching the Alabama kid.
No, fuck no.
Yeah, Alabama quarterbacks are the fucking pyrite, man. They're fool's gold.
That's what I
But
said.
you know what? My biggest concern is, sorry to cut you off, but so I feel like the Cardinals look good under those first 10, 15 plays of the game on offense, you know? And that's kind of what they did with Kliff. You have those game plan plays to start the day, and then from there, it's gone downhill. The Cardinals have 6 passing touchdowns this year. 6. 5 of the 6 have come in the first quarter. We're 4 fucking games in. We're 16 quarters in. We've only scored in 5 fucking quarters. Are you fucking kidding me?
The thing that's the most embarrassing to
second half. Let me tell you, 0 in the second half. And when you're trailing, that's not good, man. You can't sit here and tell me that Kyler's a fucking guy, even though I'm trying to bring the Juju's back. If we don't see progress, we all expected more than what we've been seeing. Whether it's Drew Petzing, whether it's Kyler, whether it's the offensive line. Will, you said you had no qualms about the offensive line heading into the year. How do you feel today about that?
It's better than we've had some years.
I'll tell you what, though. It's hard to say, like, let's go get another quarterback, even though I am very frustrated with the way Kyler Murray just hasn't really, like, taken a leap. But he's not turning the ball over, and he's not making, like, these wildly, like, overthrow, underthrow. You know what I mean? Like,
Kyler Murray right now
individually, but
Kyler Murray right now. This is my comparison. This is a kind of a damning comparison. Kyler Murray right now. Oh, what?
Nothing. Go on. I know you got a lag on. Sorry.
Kyler Murray right now is Bills era Tyrod Taylor. He is not going to turn the ball over. He is not going to do anything too crazy, but he's also agonizingly slow, and he's not making the risks you need to win the football game.
Yeah, you got to make the executive decision to fucking take off when, especially if plays are broken down and it's 3rd and short, 4th and short.
You got shit offensive line.
Yeah, like you can't be. I feel like he wants to stick to the script to a fault.
And the wide receivers aren't that good, to be honest with you. Other than Marvin Harrison, I'm very disappointed in Michael Wilson so far. Like, I'm expecting him to take a bigger leap. He needs to show something because he's our number 2 fucking guy. You know, you're on the outside right there. Greg Dortch plays a good, solid slot. But, I mean, to complement Marvin Harrison, I don't think we have that package but underneath Marvin Harrison. It's been disappointing. And losing pride is huge.
Here's my take. Drew Petzing, outside of that first drive, a first drive every game is immaculate. That's the one you script every fucking practice. You script the first 15, 20 plays, and then from there you freestyle based off the situation. Every time we have the opening drive, it looks amazing. It looks immaculate. But the second he has to freestyle and the second he has to adapt to the moment, he fucking freezes. Fucking 4th and 1 at the 40. You're running a goddamn shotgun curls? Are you on crack? Are you high?
Very disappointed in Petzing for sure. He has not elevated this offense. So I mean, I hate to give Kyler all the hate or whatever, but you're the quarterback at the end of the day. And like you said, Jack, he needs to be able to have the wherewithal, to be able to bring the ball down and run with it when you need to. You need to be able to just get some yards. You can't just rely on your arm with this offense right now because it's not going to work.
And I saw a little film breakdown by Kurt Warner, and basically what he's seeing, like Petzing does not know how to scheme up pass plays, because from what I gathered, I'm not an analyst, but I trust Kurt Warner a little bit since he's a former quarterback. But when the first read is dead, your second and third read, they're already finished with their routes by the time you see them. So then they're being covered. So you can't throw to them. No one's getting separation. And I feel like at this point, fucking start force feeding Marv the ball. If we're not going to win games and, we're still committed to this rebuild, just give Marvin the goddamn ball, because
look what
the Giants are doing it with Neighbors.
Exactly.
Drew Petzing's incompetence with the pass game is so fucking infuriating to me, because the whole fucking point was you are a goddamn quarterback's coach. If there's anything you should be good at is scheming up passing plays. That's your job. We're more competent at the run than we are at the pass. I don't think we're going to win another game.
And the run's being shut
12
down.
and 5 to 1 and 16.
I know we're all in hell, but I just want to quickly say hi to Joe, hi to Sanders. But
can we
go ahead.
Can we expect a Chargers blowout for Monday Night Football? Is this the one Chargers home game we can expect all year? Because there's more fucking LA people in Phoenix now than there are fucking Phoenicians. I'll tell you that much.
No, because all the LA people are still Raiders fans.
Yeah.
But I will be at that game too. But yeah, I mean, I'm very frustrated with Kyler Murray, but I am also probably more frustrated with the play calling right now, because the run is not working. This 13 personnel is not working. Granted, we were down Trey McBride last week, but we aren't scheming up the passes to be there.
Yeah,
you got a weapon, and you draft a weapon 4th overall, and we're not getting him the ball enough.
The answer to this problem is staring us right in the fucking face. This is what I thought going into the year. I thought this was going to be a run heavy team. I thought this was going to be we draft Tip Ryman with a luxury pick, essentially to act as an extra lineman, because that's what he does. He's not a pass catcher, he's a blocker. I thought, because hey, we got James Conner, we drafted Trey Benson. I thought we would go in, face the team that has the 25th best rushing defense, and fucking run the ball down their throat. I thought everybody thought that. Oh, they drive down the field really fast.
Yeah, but when you drop down like we did, as bad as we did, it's hard to stick to the game plan. But we're 9th in the league in rushing attempts, 5th in rushing yards, compared to 28th or 25th in passing yards, 26th in passing attempts. So, I mean, we are definitely more of a run-heavy team right now, whether that's just because of the game script or if that's the personnel. And, that's what Petzing's calling. Are they giving Kyler the freedom to check out of – I'm sure they are. He needs to do a better job of being able to check out of plays then, if that's the case.
Also, Nick L in chat, he's bringing up something good. Our free agents this year have not been producing. They have not – I mean, we were already pretty sparse going in.
I think Mac Wilson's been our best defensive player, to be honest.
He has been.
That's my big player the last 2 weeks.
He's been outshining expectations. But when you have that many cornerbacks on the market, and our cornerback room is that dry that we're relying on Sean Murphy Bunting, who, mind you, was already fucking washed when we got him. I mean, I'm looking at Minnesota. Stephon Gilmore's looking fucking good right now. You know how much I would fucking kill to have Stephon Gilmore right now?
I take Byron Murphy right now too.
Like, oh my god, I'm looking at other like Justin Simmons, for instance. I know we have a lot of safeties. God help us, we have a lot of good safeties. There's no reason we couldn't have given him a shot and had like a fucking dynamic duo of Buddha and Simmons. That would have been sick. That would have been so cool. What?
He hasn't done a whole lot.
I just, you take any improvement you can get. Unless you have, Go ahead.
It sounds
It's
like
frustrating.
we're all frustrated about offense and defense. What is the biggest frustration right now? Whether it's one side of the ball or the other, position group. I mean, I'm just gonna say offense in general. You know, we already talked about with Petzing. You know, QB guy coming in here. You think he'd be able to help elevate Kyler Murray? And so far through 4 games of this season, with a full off season, that just hasn't been the case. He had one great game, and that's just not going to cut it in the NFL.
I think my biggest frustration has to be Marv's targets or Marv's involvement in this offense.
Yeah, he's like 26th or 5th in target so far in the league.
And every time we target, every time we target him, he's fucking feasting, and then we go away from it.
Like I said, if we're not interested in competing and we're gonna commit to this rebuild, just force feed him the ball. Get so he can get his timing down. Get his hands NFL ready, because he is having some drops. He's really not, like, the connection isn't 100% there.
If you want to commit to the rebuild, put Clayton Tune out there and Amari DiMarcado out there, so I can at least dash my hopes a little bit.
No, but I mean, with with what we're running, it's like, well, maybe you skip Marv and you just get Joe Alt, so Kyler can sit in the pocket all day and have protection, and we can run the ball. Like, why are we why did we get this a premium skill player and not have him be the focal point of this offense? Because, like I said, and not that the Giants are winning a bunch of football games right now. However, they're losing their games is irrelevant. But Daniel Jones, the insurance salesman of a fucking quarterback, and Malik Neighbors are finding the end zone. Yep. I know this because I own Malik Neighbors in fantasy. He's the MVP of my team.
Oh my god.
What's your biggest frustration, Will?
My biggest frustration is that it's week 5 and I'm already in Suns mode.
See, can you guys just respect Will? He's been living through a hurricane this last week and a half, and he's on here with us, fucking more frustrated about the Cardinals than he is not having school for the next month. Being, where are you at right now? 100 miles away.
I'm back home. I thought I was going to be gone for the weekend. I didn't pack any changes of clothes. I've been living
Will
like a little gremlin.
The same pair of underwear for the last 5 days.
No, I'm not going that far, but it's been ugly.
And I'll say this too, because this was what I was telling my dad and Colby prior to the game, is that obviously this was a must-win game for just the Kliff aspect of it, morale, and the fact that the NFC outside of the Vikings, surprisingly, doesn't look strong, and in the West, the Rams are banged up. The Niners are banged up. Seattle has played cupcake teams and finally got handed their first L against a good team. So we
actually looked good against.
Yeah. So
that's
we have an opportunity to win the division, and it's like, okay, we win the division. Maybe we're a one and done wild card team, and that'll inspire Monty to go out next year and spend some money. But here we are, still dropping games that we should win. And then
you guys ready to overspend on Stephon Diggs next summer?
Fuck no. But just get some momentum going. Jesus fuck.
It'd be nice to at least split one of these next 2 games coming up. I mean, it's a tough ask going into San Francisco, but after that, you got Green Bay. Green Bay, they're good with Jordan Love, but not unbeatable.
They're good with Malik Willis.
You got to win one of these 2 games on the road right now. Is Love hurt again?
No, but I'm just saying, Green Bay is going to be good regardless, whether it's Jordan Love or Malik Willis out there.
When we talked about this heading into the season, the hardest stretch of the schedule was to open up the year, but we all penciled in Washington as a win. So throwing that wrench into it, it's a little frustrating. Now you're heading into San Fran, you have looking at 1-4 staring at you in the face. Then you got to go to Lambeau Field, and then you kind of get a break in the schedule a little bit with the Chargers, Dolphins, Bears, and Jets. So, I mean, if you can,
I wouldn't put the Jets under a break.
Are the Jets that good? They got a good defense.
Yeah, and I think that's enough to stop us.
Okay, well,
And
I'm
you
just
never
saying
know. Old man Rogers can muster
they're
up
not the
some
Bills
courage.
or the fucking Lions.
I'm looking at this team, and I'm looking at this mountain of potential that I saw in this team, and I felt like
That was your
I
first
was
mistake
crazy
right
because
there, Will. That was your first mistake right there, seeing all the potential.
that's right.
You should have known.
Believing in this
Bill
team
predicted
is the
12 and
biggest
5.
fucking mistake. I'm going to Kansas City where they know how to fucking coach a team. Rasheed Rice is injured. Everything's fucked. Taylor Swift's going to be their goddamn. Oh,
Rasheed Rice's mom stealing packages, wearing his jersey on. Like, what the fuck is going on over there?
Yeah, I guess this is our segment of it could be worse, guys. We could be the Chiefs who are still winning games, but their fans are and players are all criminals.
It could be better. We'll just.
It could be better though, but it could be worse. But yeah, no big dick player of the game besides Mac Wilson. Then that's just out of default. I was gonna say something and I forgot.
Overall, I mean, heading into the year, my biggest question mark was the offensive line and the defense. Just because with the offensive line, if injuries hit, which we've seen now, where we are, we're fucking who we running out that right tackle this week. And I mean, that's just for any team, but just our depth in general wasn't a huge fan of heading in. I mean, Kelvin Beachum was a nice little swing tackle to have as a backup, but, and the defense, you have a lot of new faces coming in. You didn't spend too much money, just like last year. So we wanted to see, could these cornerbacks step up? Right now, I don't think we have a definitive answer that is positive, So as it stands right now, when you leave $20 million or more in salary cap space on the table, Monty Ossenfort does deserve, some heat right now. I'm not saying he's on the hot seat by any means. It's, you got to give a rebuild like this a good probably 2 to 3 years, but don't come at us saying that you're trying to fucking win when you're leaving $25 million in salary cap space, and we see fucking this team with holes all over the place still.
Not only that too, but we had some injuries prior to the season. Our Darius Robinson. It doesn't seem that he's coming back anytime soon. BJ Ojolari. So I feel like you should have at least upgraded a little bit at that position to be somewhat competitive. And on a silly note here, I'm very disappointed in this defense for not chirping at Jaden Daniels about his mom. I saw that shit that came out about Antonio Pierce, and I'm like, man, that's low-hanging fruit. I would have been chirping at Daniels
what happened?
And his mama all day. They were banging.
What happened?
Antonio Pierce and Daniel's mom were banging each other. And then I guess he had her use her credit card on like recruit trips and shit.
Jeez. That reminds me of the one time I made out with the ASU football player's mom. That was pretty cool.
Yep.
Heyo.
My phone.
Jackie, what are you drinking on?
I actually don't have anything to drink because I think I'm in a vow to never drink again until the Cardinals win a game. So with that being said, I guess I'm getting sober.
The last beer I had was the Cardinals game, so I'm letting my hair down a little bit. Will, what you sipping on? A little sippy cup, boy?
I've got water. I'm not. I mean, I said I'm not getting drunk until the Cardinals win. So,
did FEMA give you water, Will? Did they give you?
I leave you guys for a month, and you guys just vag up. What the fuck?
No, I was getting. I had a beer last week, and then the only positive I can say about last week because I was at the game. I had a beer, and I got to meet my pal Moses. So
that's what's up.
Yeah.
So was that a Twitter homie?
Yeah, one of the Twitter homies. And then another Twitter homie. Well, I guess the guy's not on Twitter anymore, but just another guy that him and Colby knew from like an old group chat was at the game. So, I mean, I made friends. If that's the
best you got, it was a bad week. So if that's the best you got at the Cardinal game, it's a bad week for the Cardinals. No positive whatsoever being at the stadium. What is your biggest positive? Anything? Was there anything?
I mean, that interception that
Did
Garrett
you
Wilson got was
get
cool.
parking? Was a hot dog hot at least? Refreshments.
Average
All
Joe.
right.
I
Yeah,
had a beer.
I had a beer.
I
Yeah.
could
had a
fuck
beer.
up a Joe right now.
I had a tall can of Dos Equis. That was cool. I will be at the Monday night game against the Chargers. I will be in Miami for the Dolphins game.
Ooh, shit.
If we go 0-3, I'm gonna have to bar you from going to Cardinals games for a minute, Jackie.
Yeah,
I feel like that.
pretty bad.
Yeah, I feel like that's valid. I feel like it's also me. But fuck, am I tired of seeing the last time I saw a Cardinals win at home was when I met you two. And I was 7 months
God.
pregnant. My kid is almost 3.
Why are
That's
you
how
still going to
fucking-
games? I'm kidding.
I don't know. I saw.
Jackie, I think we need to prematurely bar you from going to any more games. I
Yeah,
think we
but
need
you've
to-
never seen a win since you and Colby been dating.
I've never seen a win since me
Oh
and
my
Colby been
God.
dating. I've
Colby,
never seen a
Why
win.
are you inviting her still?
I've never. Well, my dad takes me, but I've never seen a win since I was pregnant. And like I said, my kid is almost 3 years old.
So the kid's the problem.
Wow.
You know what? That could very well be true because the weekend she was born, she was born on a Friday. That Sunday we played the Lions, and the Lions were like a 1-2 win team. We had 10 wins already, and we got fucking butt fucked.
Oh. At least my daughter was born on a Saturday. That Sunday, the Cardinals won. So we'll just forget these past 2 weeks and just say, she won't remember any different. But yeah, it's rough. Why is it so rough being a fucking Arizona sports fan? Can we just talk about that for a second? How about the fucking D-backs, eh?
Yeah, the D-backs shit in the bed at the end.
Coyotes, huh? How's that going? Fuck.
Yeah, the Suns get swept in the playoffs in the spring.
Yeah.
The fucking Diamondbacks missed the playoffs after a World Series appearance.
Utah looks
fucking
confident.
lose the Coyotes. The Cardinals come out hot and then only to shit the bed.
The Mercury are the Mercury. Diana
Taurasi probably retiring. So we are in hell, and everyone's
Al
like,
McCoy,
I can't wait for the Suns. I'm like,
R.I.P. Al McCoy.
Al McCoy died. Rest in peace, Al McCoy.
Unbelievable.
Oh, dude, we are in sports hell.
For real. And here we are.
Maybe we're the problem.
You invited me to join the podcast a long time ago, Will, so maybe you're the problem.
Maybe.
I think the only thing that can save this podcast, save Arizona sports, is if Bo Bobbles makes a face reveal.
Bo Bobbles. I forgot Bo Bobbles existed.
Shout out our old editor, Bo Bobbles.
Have you guys been doing the pick'ems the last 2 weeks?
I won 2 weeks ago. I don't remember who won.
We didn't do it last week. Sorry guys, we didn't. Not that anybody faithfully tuned in, but we were not on last week because Will was escaping a hurricane. Mac was being a dad, and I was just being.
Will won week 1. I'll say that it was close. You
I won
Jack
week 2 too.
You were 10-5.
Yeah,
Jack was 9-6, and I was 7-8. Please.
I'm 2-0 this season.
There you go. Congrats.
Hey guys, it could be worse though. We could be Nick L because he was an Oakland A's fan.
Oh,
Nick, you should have gone to the stadium and stole something.
is he a Oakland A's and a Coyotes fan? That would be the ultimate fucking whammy.
You should have gone, Nick. You should have went and got you a stadium seat. I was telling Colby when we were at the last Diamondbacks game, if the Diamondbacks were to just cease to exist, I'm taking the guys that run out the Legends race.
Yeah.
Where they run around the bases and shit. I'm taking the person inside and everything. I'm taking one of them bitches home.
I'm stealing the whole fucking pool.
I'm taking the giant Coors Light sign. Oh, Nick said he did go. You should have got yourself a stadium seat, brother. You got dirt. Oh, that's cool. I mean, I'm sad for you that you lost your baseball team, but at least you got dirt.
At least you got the Cardinals, Nick.
That's more than the Cardinals.
Could be worse. Yeah, on our section of could be worse today. At least you got the Cardinals and the A's are gone. I'm sorry. What the fuck are
Good.
the A's going to be called though? They're going to Sacramento. I don't. Are they just
Sacramento
like?
A's.
Are they going to? I thought they were going to Vegas.
Well, they're going to Sacramento and playing in a minor league park for a year until they figure out a ballpark or something.
And there's a very real chance that they don't get a ballpark figured out in Vegas.
So and I think
just
they're
saw a hat that said ass.
the
It
athletic.
was like the A
baseball
and then S S S S S S. Ass.
I wanted the ass hat.
ass man.
I
That's
Oh, man.
okay.
So yeah, I
But-
mean, it could be worse. You could have a colicky baby, and your football team still suck. So just be thankful.
it could
you
be
don't have
worse. You could be a
colicky
Panthers fan.
baby. You are a Panthers
Or you
fan.
could be Will and your university is underwater right now. Please go donate in the description box.
Speaking of which, David Tepper, he really opened up his wallet for North Carolina. He was a big spender, big money, $3 million. Wow, way to open your purse strings, Dave.
You're the chandeliers, right? Isn't that your mascot? The chandeliers or something?
That's Coastal.
Coastal Carolina. Yeah. I don't
Oh, aren't you the Cox?
No, that's South Carolina.
Wait, you're the Tar Heels.
What is your mascot?
We're the Bulldogs.
Oh, I'll show you, Bulldog. I'll bend over.
Hey,
Get
That's
I'm telling
sober,
Colby.
That's sober Jackie for you. And just imagine if she had a couple of fucking tall cans.
I'm telling Colby.
I would be slurring and farting on Mike.
We're gonna be so
Some people
obnoxious
pay a
when
lot
we
of money
finally
for
win a
that.
game 2 years from now.
What did you say?
Oh, I said we're gonna be so obnoxious when we finally win a game 2 years from now.
If we win a Super Bowl and we are all still alive and doing this podcast, we're
We're
going to
live
be very
streaming from the parade.
insufferable. Oh, absolutely, we're live
I
streaming.
just want to see the Cardinals have better plays from after the first quarter. Like I said previously, 5 passing touchdowns in the first quarter, 1 in the second quarter, 0 in the second half. That's just not going to cut it. That's just right there. That says Petzing is not the man for the job. If your sample size of 4 games, if that's what you're looking at. Now we're, a quarter of the way through the season. Let's see what he can do through these next 4 games, because you have 0 passing touchdowns and you're behind in 3 of these 4 games in the second half. Like, it just makes no sense. Whether that's an indictment on Austin Fort and that maybe Michael Wilson shouldn't be getting the run that he's getting out there, or maybe we should have upgraded over Dortch, or Trey McBride definitely hurt, but this offense wasn't really world beaters. It's not like Trey McBride was a world beater these first few games that he was playing anyways.
Yeah, he came out to a slow start.
Touchdowns. What's that?
I said he came out to a slow start.
Yeah, and I'm a huge Trey McBride fan, and I feel like that probably did hurt us last week. But when you lose by 28, it doesn't fucking really matter. So hopefully he'll be back out there. I know he was limited in practice, but to see him out there would be huge. Give just Kyler another safety blanket, because like I said, I'm very disappointed in Michael Wilson's production so far through 4
He can't
games.
catch a fucking ball.
No, I mean, when you have Marvin Harrison, it should lessen load for you. And right now, it just where's the upside at? That's we need to see more from this offense, and that's I think what I'm most disappointed in is this offense for sure. I mean, at least this offense has Kyler Murray who touches the ball every play. This defense to me was still a major question mark. We had a lot of question marks about the rush game on D, the run D. And it's kind of come to fruition so far. So, I feel like Kaiser White has kind of had a little bit slower of a start. I know he had a 10 tackle game, 14 tackle game or something a couple of weeks ago, but we just haven't really seen the playmaking ability from this defense at all. You need to be able to turn the ball over. You need to get off the field on 3rd down. And that's just not what we've been seeing.
Should we get into our pick'ems for the week?
Let's do it. Fuck it.
All right. Opening up your Sunday slate of games, we have at 9:30 a.m. in Jolly Old
I thought you
England.
told me I'm the guy doing it this time. No?
No, I'm back on my computer. I'm gonna read it.
Wow. One hurricane, give a man one job, and then you take it from him when you get your computer backed up. Okay.
First he giveth, then he taketh away. 9:30 Eastern, 6:30 a.m. Arizona time. Jets, Vikings. Who do you have?
Minnesota.
Vikings.
Well, if my math is right, 9:30 a.m. Eastern is prime time in England, and we all know what. Oh wait, no, Kirk Cousins isn't a Viking anymore. Shit. Okay, narratives are gone. Vikings.
Hi, Corey. How are ya? Sorry, our team sucks.
Then you have your 1:00 slate of games. This is the certified ass bowl. Should we just have that every week? The certified ass bowl. Can we get that
I
started?
mean, when you say ass bowl, it sounds cool, like nice big asses. I like the shit bowl.
Well, we have two
got
contenders for the
player
shit
of the
bowl.
week for Jackie. Maybe you can nominate the ass bowl every week, Will.
There you go, Will. You are in charge of the ass bowl.
Do something.
I'm looking down this slate, and I'm not going to nominate this just yet because there's another one that I will nominate the ass bowl. Panthers, Bears. Who you got?
Find that big juicy ass, Will. Panthers, Bears. I'm going Carolina. I just do not care for Chicago.
Jackie?
Yep.
You know what? I am also going to be bold, and really it's only because Andy Dalton is my backup quarterback, flex quarterback, I should say. So I am going to say the Panthers.
Sweet Carolina.
Damn it.
So
Try to be
across the board for all of us.
Here. Go against the grain.
After that, we got Ravens, Bengals. Who you got?
Got to go Baltimore, but it's a division matchup, so it probably end up being close. So, but I'm going Baltimore.
You know, I won the last time I was a hater against. What's your nickname again, Jackie?
Daddy Burr.
Daddy Burr. I won the last time I did that, so I'm going to say Ravens this time.
And you know me, I can't bet against Daddy Burr, even though they've been disappointing this year as well. But I'm going to say the Bengals.
This next one. I don't get how this isn't prime time because you got the narrative, you got the teams. I don't get this. Bills Texans is our 1:00 game.
Oh.
Well, I mean, you got to put Cowboys Steelers on Sunday Night Football. You didn't know that? Whoa. Yeah, I think we'd all much rather probably see the Bills Texans.
Yeah, if this was the 90s, that would be a cool game.
Right. Yeah. NFL. Whoa.
You know, Houston has been kind of looking disappointing to me, so I'm going to say the Bills.
I'm going to go Buffalo as well.
Texans have something to prove. Stephon Diggs is going up against the team that he very famously spurned. I'm going to say it's the Texans. After that, we got Colts, Jags. Who we got?
I'm going Jacksonville. I'm seeing them bounce back a little bit.
Have they won a game this year?
They have not.
And Joe Flacco is probably starting.
Yep.
Jonathan Taylor. Oh, shit. I have Jonathan Taylor on my team, and he
Pick up Trey Sermon.
Fuck. Yeah, you're right. And then, half my bench is on a bye.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Cannot relate.
Welcome to Jackie's Fantasy Hour, folks. Better talk than the Cardinals.
Hey, I've only had one loss. I'm kicking ass. Fuck you, Colby.
You should fucking send Jonathan Gannon a fucking memo. This is how you win games, son.
Anyways, we digress. I'm actually going to say the Jags, too.
God damn it, Jack. You keep playing.
If I remember right, I might be wrong on this, but I remember seeing a stat that the Colts haven't lost at Jacksonville in quite a long time. I want to say the 2010s. So I'm going to say the Colts.
Okay.
They come in and they have their number. After that, this is my candidate for the ass bowl. This is the worst game of the week. We got Dolphins, Pats.
Oh, that ass is so fat.
Big old dookie ass.
Not even fat. That's a flat
a skinny ass. You're right.
Yeah.
That's a flat ass. Yeah.
That's a flat
white girl ass. Jeez. Skinny white girl ass.
Who the fuck is even the quarterback for the Pats right now?
Pats? I mean, it's Brissett.
Still Brissett.
I think he's had more than 150 yards in one game.
Tyler Huntley. So Patriots, Dolphins.
Miami? Oh, yeah.
And they just lost too, huh?
You know what? I
Sunday
like
night.
seeing fucking Mike McDaniels on the sideline looking like a little bitch. So I'm gonna go New England.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go New England too.
Damn it, Jackie.
It's gonna be the Dolphins, baby. Gotta love that cocaine. After that, we got Browns, Commanders. I think we're all across the board there, right?
You don't know that.
I'm gonna be a fucking hater. I'm gonna say it's the Browns.
Ew.
Washington.
If you're gonna be a hater, at least do it with a team that doesn't have fucking Deshaun. Ew.
Hey, hopefully he gets hurt in like the first play and they throw in whoever the fuck.
Your
Jameis
soul will not
Winston?
be cleansed. After that, we have the runner-up for the Ass Bowl, Raiders Broncos.
That's the shit bowl. Well, actually, no. The Broncos have been looking better.
Yeah, but they're still boring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, no one cares about Bo Nix. And then you got Antonio Pierce and his drama with Devontae Adams, and then like all this like shit about his recruiting scandal. That's a
Herm
lot of
Edwards
distractions
belongs
over there.
By the
I'm
way.
going Denver. Don't
I'm
you
gonna
dare.
go Denver.
Don't you
Yeah.
fucking dare, Jackie.
I
gonna
would
be-
be justified.
No, I know. I'm kidding.
It's gonna be the
I
Raiders,
joke.
baby.
Yeah.
After that, we got Packers Rams. Who you got?
Packers.
Go
Packers.
Green Bay. Yeah. Me and Jack, I don't know if we've had a different.
No, you
you
picked the Ravens. I picked the Bengals.
Oh, yeah. Andy picked
After that, we got.
Who you got, Will?
I've got the Packers.
Go Pack, go.
After that, we have another cupcake for Seattle. We got Giants Seahawks.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be bold and say the Giants.
You love your Giants, I swear to God.
Go New York, go New York, go. Go
Go
Malik
Ninja,
Nix,
go Ninja, go.
You can't be saying that, Mac.
What do you mean? I watched the Ninja Turtles growing up. Fuck you. Your politics.
It's going to be Seattle. Sunday Night Football. We have Stalin versus Hitler. Who you got?
Oh, you can't say that, Will. Jesus Christ.
We got
Anyways, we've been
Cowboys,
canceled.
Steelers.
We were canceled 2 years ago, folks. So we thank you all for tuning in. I mean, I'm here.
I know.
I got a colicky baby. Jackie's sober. Will has a hurricane. His school's fucking shut down. Look at us. We're just
We are down
fighting off.
atrocious.
And yet, for each and every one of us, the Cardinals are the worst part of our week.
Correct.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm gonna say
It's been hell
Steelers.
week at work, but yeah, that's fair.
Cowboys, Steelers. Who you got, Mac?
I can't. Fuck Dallas, man. I go Pitt.
Ooh, you know what it is. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow.
You can't do that either. You can't rap. That's culturism.
Culturism. You calling me a culture vulture back? Am I
Yeah, I'm
gentrifying
calling
the
you
Redbird
Post
Redzone
Will
podcast?
Malone.
Am I building a Whole Foods here?
Corey with the middle finger says, "Fuck the Commanders." I agree.
Fuck the Commanders.
Fuck the
Monday Night
Commanders.
Football is abysmal this week. We got Saints Chiefs.
Wait, who'd you guys pick? Pittsburgh?
Yeah, Steelers.
Fuck the Cowboys
Right.
too.
All right. And
What did you say? Chiefs and whomst?
Saints.
Yeah, I'm going KC.
This is a game that should be on 1 o'clock in CBS just in these two markets. This should not be on national television. This is disgraceful.
I am going to pick the Saints.
Disgusting. It's going to be the Chiefs.
Yeah, on a freaking pass interference no call.
And finally, that leads us to America's Game of the Week, only because they have Tom Brady on the call. Your Arizona Cardinals versus the hippy-dippy, the latte-sipping, the absolutely injured San Francisco 49ers. Who do you have?
I'm picking the Cardinals to cover 7. Is that how that works? We can do that, right?
I don't know.
You know what? I want to believe in this team. I thought they were going to come out with a more fight coming up against Kliff and having that tough loss and getting ran down your throat against Detroit. But if the Rams can beat the 49ers, so can the Cardinals. So I know the 49ers right now are still they're getting a little bit more healthy with Debo back in the mix now. Hopefully
Fred
McBride,
Warner's out.
yeah, hopefully McBride will come back, but we have to stop Jordan Mason, man. If he's gonna run it down our throat, then we have no fucking shot again. We can't be playing from behind because talked about it fucking couple times today. We have 0 passing touchdowns in the second half this year. 1-3 team with 0 passing touchdowns in the second half. I want the Cardinals to come out. I need Kyler Murray to run more. I need us to have a better game plan after our first fucking 15, 10 scripted plays that we have. We look good during those scripted plays. After that, we're dog shit. We have 5 passing touchdowns in the first quarter, 1 after that. That needs to change, and that needs to change this fucking week. So I'm banking on us having a fucking close game. We'll see if we can get to Brock Purdy. That would be big. But number one, you have to contain Jordan Mason. I don't know if we just might not have the personnel for it, but I'm going to be a homer this week because before the season, I had us at 10-7. In the first 3 weeks of the year, I predicted it each week that we're going to be 1-2. With each game I got right. Last week fucking was just fucking horrendous for any Cardinal fan. No matter, we all thought Cardinals would give a better showing than what they did. So if this team has any pride in themselves, which I think they do, it's going to be a better showing. And I am going to go Cardinals for that reason. Is I think this team was humiliated. You're humiliated. With all the talk about Kliff Kingsbury, shit fucking coach. And here he comes in here and he fucking looks like he's got the best QB that he's had fucking in the pros. Like, that should be embarrassing to everyone on that fucking team. Letting him fucking carve up our fucking defense like he did, man. That shit pissed me off.
Pissed me off, too. I also noticed that they ran a lot of plays with Daniels under center. So that was kind of interesting.
It makes you wonder. Maybe Kyler is fucking. Maybe he just doesn't like being under center, or for one reason or another, they don't think that's.
No, well, he's been doing good under center with Petzing, but I just hate these fucking like 3rd and 2nd, 4th and 1, and we're running shotgun.
Exactly. You got to be fucking. At some point, you got to just do a little smash mouth, man. They weren't afraid of fucking smash. Brian Robinson carving us up, dude. I like Brian Robinson, but come on, man. Fucking have some fucking pride.
So,
but Jaden Daniels fucking hyping the crowd. Fuck you.
Yeah,
Cardinals.
that sucked. That was the lowest I've ever felt being at the game, and just an utter disbelief and pissed off, and that was fucking embarrassing. But I don't want to be all homer because I don't have a lot to believe in right now. But like I said at the beginning of this year, we are going to win a game that we had no fucking business winning. This is that game. And maybe it's because San Francisco's hurt and they're not the full capacity. They got no McCaffrey. Ayuk's been meh. They got Debo, but no Fred Warner. I'm not a Purdy believer. I don't care that he's from here. I'm a fucking 49ers hater, so I hate everybody on that roster. Give me the Cardinals. 27-24.
Dang. I'm going 22-19 Cardinals.
Jordan Mason.
Will's definitely going San Fran. I'll just mark that down.
Jordan
How many
Mason,
rushing yards, Will?
Jordan Mason, 207 yards, 3 tutties. San Francisco, 52-3. This is going to be a brutal loss. I'm ready for it, and I will see you.
This is the best thing for our fan base is having Will pessimistic. That is the thing that I came on the show tonight for the first time on the show in about a month, and we got pessimistic Will. I love it. I fucking love it, man. Go Cardinals.
I'm already in midseason. I'm already in
Cardinal.
mid-season form.
Is that a cigar?
It is a cigar. My buddy got it from you after the baby, and I haven't cracked it yet. I cracked it just to say, fuck you, Will. Fuck you, Will.
All right, so if we win next week, you got to bring that cigar back. I will show my face again.
I will.
show
If we win
everybody
next
my
week,
hog.
I'm popping this cigar on fucking our show. I'm gonna smoke it during the show.
I'm gonna crank
It
my
might not have
hog
tobacco in it. It might be marijuana. but I'm
Will's gonna
smoking it.
crank his hog on.
Oh God!
I was
damn
gonna
it, we
say
gotta
some
go.
shit like I'll drink champagne, like I'll get me a little bottle of prosecco and pop it. But no,
Maybe
Will
Will do
had
a
to one
face
up me and crank his hog.
How about you do a face reveal, Will? How about that one?
This is my face. What are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
I seen it.
Mhm.
All right, y'all ready to wrap it?
I've been ready
Y'all
to
ready
wrap
for
it
this?
up. This has been another spectacular episode of the Redbird Redzone podcast. My name is Will. You can find me on Twitter at LiveOnThatSwing.
Yeah, my name's Jackie. You can find me on Twitter at JSandiego. That is with 2 O's. I want to give a special shout out to all the people in the chat: Nick, L, Corey, Joe, Sanders. I appreciate you all for tuning in.
Yo, and I'm Mac. Thank you guys. My first time back here in a month. Got a little baby girl. She was able to see her first Cardinal game as a win from the hospital. So that's what I'm sticking to. She's not 1-2. She's 1-0. Just 1-0. But I appreciate all the love you guys, from Jackie to Will to all the messages on Twitter and whatnot. I appreciate it all. And, it's good to be back a little bit. Finally, it's just kind of sour that it comes against the game that we just had for the Cardinals. But, I feel good things for this week. This team has got to show some pride. Jonathan Gannon, every time we've doubted them under this regime, they have shown us a little something. Whether they're going to pull out a win or not, I don't know. But I do feel a little bit more optimistic today about the Cardinals than I did on Monday. They got embarrassed. They got slapped. They got bitch slapped. But at the end of the day, we're going to see what this team has made in them. So, I'm glad to be back and I'm glad to be here. And, I will love each and every one of y'all. And go Cardinals. Find me on Twitter, AZ Sports Fiend.
And if you're looking for a good cause to donate to for hurricane relief, we got a link down in the description for UNC Asheville's hurricane relief. Every little bit helps. I don't know when I'm going back to school. They have a date. God knows if it's going to actually be that date. Scary times for me, scary time for the Cardinals, but I'm going to be here next week, and I hope you guys are too.
Can you post that on Twitter, Will? I'll retweet it.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
Talk your shit, King. Let your nuts hang. We're out.
Peace.
Bye.